Mobile Legends encyclopedia to fear against ONIC Philippines.
Given the Fanny, the Prince Farsa, the Kelra, you know, one of the strongest gold laner right now. And then they double up with just Gatot and Jawhead. Talk about pressure, making life hard for players like Ogwen to function, and even forcing the alpha pick that I think at the start of the show we even said it's not really the best pick anymore.
Oh, really good jet damage, dude. This is something that's just so... Oh, hold up. Lethal Wanderer. Few force a flick around already. King Kong with the cables! Getting called it. Few's gonna have the best of games here up against King Kong's Fanny. Doesn't look like Kyle's gonna have the best of games either. Already invaded. No level 4 for him. An easy lethal for level 4 for King Kong.
I'm trying to figure out how Few is even going to play the rest of the game. The early game looks bad already. Now that you have King Kong flying around, but as the game progresses, it's not going to get any better. You're always going to be at a disadvantage. He even took Firmless because he knows that he's going to take a lot of punishment.
Okay, they want to go in again. Calteezy going to be taken very low. See that reaction over from Few, almost taking him down. Still got to respect that damage early on against the Lo Yi. Ogwen going in. Oh, Spear of Misery too.
Look how he wishes he got that Beetle topside, because that would have been level 4.
Yeah.
As the only window that King Kong was able to go that aggressive and not be punished. All things considered, Falcons, but they are running the Lo Yi, so level 4 is not the most important for this hero. As long as you can get that duality reaction, it's good enough. Marco against Kelra is going to be stagnant for quite a while. Turtle spawning topside.
You can see that Marco is winning more of the trades, though, in the lane itself, just due to the Moscow being able to blink out of the Synchro Fission. Ogwen, again, putting that damage over to Super Prince. You can see Super Prince doing the same thing. Kirk is the one holding it in. They want to wait for King Kong on the purple.
Few is going to feel very uncomfortable trying to cross that mid side. With Prince and Brusco around, Prince even level 4, and this turtle is going to be hard.
Oh, FALCONS trying to go for the flicker play earlier, jumps in forward. Ogwen goes in, but King Kong still on it now with the cables. One more time, FALCONS able to dash in, but it's King Kong with a kill. And now for the airstrike with the AOG. Calteezy, can he run? Pinned down just by the boys. Unstoppable force, and Brusco is the one to take it. Crazy juggle with Kirk tanking that turret.
Very well done. ONIC PH already starting off on a good note. Duality reaction. Prince does tick down, but still King Kong should be able to get away.
Yeah, might be able to get a kill before he walks out, but now great ejector too. Disengaged from Brusco.
Okay, so Falcons, they did save their orange buff. Meanwhile, Kelra is going to start hard shoving that away with the Zaman Force down bottom. Get himself a recall. There is a world where I can see that lane swap coming out. We'll see what the plan is for ONIC PH. They did get the first turtle, got themselves a bit of a slight goal advantage.
Unstoppable force this time. They know there's no flicker on Few. Fed into the feather airstrike, but now Brusco shall be caught as well. But it's a 1-for-1 roam from mid. King Kong.
Still better for ONIC PH for sure.
Yeah.
Marco would get that mid wave, and this push control is essentially given over to ONIC PH. Now Falcons on damage control. Kyle needs his jungle, and of course Marco getting a double wave, a kick.
Oh, good kick in the Spear of Alpha. There's a Spear of Destruction as well. Oh man, 2 spears to the face.
And the punish on Super Fritz. Second death might be hard for Few, but Fritz also not having the best start so far. Both mid laners did go down twice. But King Kong is having a field day, right? 2-0-1, he's level 8, a level ahead of Kyle. And so Falcons have no way to punish him. At least not for now.
Yeah. 1,500 gold lead, 1,700 for ONIC Philippines now. Very slow build. It's not like the build that we would expect, you know, on a Fanny. You would maybe expect even more, but it's steady. It's really good, and they still have very good components to bring them into the mid game. Fanny, obviously, crazy power spec in the mid game, but the Farsa and Harith too.
Kirk feeling so strong. He went for Dalmai's first item. He's already solving problems before they even become a problem. He has a solution to the future 10 minutes ahead.
SOD landing there with the blink backwards. Unstoppable force dodge away from now the cables again. It's King Kong to get a kill on Marco.
ONIC PH just standing menacingly between 2 turrets. Super Marco had nowhere to go. He was trapped. Flicker was 5 seconds away from coming off cooldown. I'm not sure if that would have made a difference, but either way, ONIC PH now shutting down Super Marco. That was the only stable lane left for Falcons, and now it has collapsed.
They baited out the Spear of Misery, and then that's it. Instant kill for King Kong. 3-0-1.
This kind of does feel like game 2 where ONIC PH, for them, low commitment, right? Very low investment for high return in the heroes that they have. But for Falcons, gotta wait for Flick on Ogwen. You know, Kyle needs to be there. The diversion doesn't guarantee anything for yourselves. And ONIC PH is just a way faster pace with the heroes that they have.
And they're denying so much gold off of Super Marco. That initial wave deny. Now you can see again, just with Brusco being hidden on the map, they know something's up. They know something's fishy. And Kelra is just using this to deny as many ways as possible. Super Friends with a good read over the diversion.
Wow.
Wow, good stuff from Super Friends. That awareness of this man.
From the player's POV, he saw nothing and he still got the read off. And that means that Ogwen, he's desperately trying to get intel for his team, but he's getting nothing. And even on top of that, both teams have ways to travel around the map, but caveat is Falcons needs a diversion. For ONIC PH, plenty of ways. Kirk, Super Friends, Brusco, they all have fast movements, right? Even King Kong with the cables.
Oh. Taunt locking him down for their airstrike. Boom goes Ogwen. King Kong walking forward. I don't think Flap wants to go for that Infernal Pursuit. And down below, you can see again Super Marco not given the space to farm up. Oh man, they're really shutting down every one of Falcons' win conditions.
Falcons now have a question that there is not a correct answer to, which is how do you contest bush control against ONIC?
Oh. That was really
the toss?
Good. Uh-oh, ejector. Now it's going to be the Zaman Force over from Kelra. A free kill. He's going to go in even harder now. With the Zaman Force still intact. Flap Teasy going to go down as well. There's no way you would take that SOD, Marco. ONIC Philippines have control. Even with King Kong low, they have Kelra.
Kelra is so strong right now. He's working towards a Holy Crystal third item. But again, who is going to check these bushes, right? If Ogwen is getting blown up like that in 2 seconds, you sure as heck is not sending anyone else to do the job. And sadly, Ogwen is the only guy that can do it, and he can't get it done because of how far ONIC PH are ahead. This is turtle number 3, but ONIC, they're 5,000 go ahead.
It's just so tough right now for Team Falcons. And again, it's also Super Friends with the crazy burst. If they lack burst, they have this ejector from Brusco. Over to Flap Teasy, he goes in front of Pursuit, gonna be cancel it out. That's Ogre, the Jikuno, and the way the Dragon, but it's not enough. As a feather airstrike zones them in the back, that damage. King Kong gets a kill, and Kelra is wiping them. Flap low, recalling, doesn't get read out, but now it's Few who gets shot down by Super Friends.
The SOD. It connects. Super Friends wants to get away. That's get picked off by Super Marco. It's a consolation prize for Falcons, right? Sure, Super Friends goes down, but guess what? ONIC just found themselves a Lord. And end of the day, it is going to be ONIC PH getting more and more of a lead. And once again, it goes back to who opens the bush, and it's so hard to catch the cores of ONIC PH. It's so hard to catch King Kong. Close to impossible to catch Kelra. He has to purify. And even Super Friends feeling so safe because as long as Ogwen isn't in his face, he does whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's way easier said than done to catch the Fanny on the Cho, especially this Fanny. We're talking about a Fanny like it's a random Fanny. This is King Kong on the Fanny. It's almost impossible to catch this man when he plays the Fanny. Just so quick on the cables. Watch as I say that, he gets caught. No, it's all good. Okay.
He's almost 3,000 ahead, Virgo. This, you can even say this civil war goes way back, right? The new gen against the old one. M6 champs against M5, but now the gap is apparent. Bottom holy defense is gone. Brusco is concealed.
Whoa, actually was back there, utilizing the new mechanic on the shove of the holy defense to get out. Yeah, good move to just get more pressure on the rest of the team. Half HP on the base turret. There should be a tier 2 falling in the mid lane. Another tier 2 up top just from the minion waves. And then they'll just wait.
There you go, Holy Crystal for Kelra. Critical Mass, the holy grail of every Harry player, every mage player. They were trying to break down this bottom inhibitor, but it's a good defense for Falcons, so they lose nothing for now. Extend the game for a bit longer. The top holy defense actually blows up mid 2.
Wow.
Okay, that's definitely more damage than Falcons would have liked.
Yeah, they might actually be threatening this by their airstrike. He was able to land the first kill. Now Flap Teasy zoned away completely. One of the frontliners, a turret Base turret with the first Lord, take it in. Oh, Bruce going to be caught away. The Dragon and the Flicker combo with it all just going to collapse onto FlapTeasy. It's Kelra who jumps in.
Flap just died mid-air. Brusco now ejector. King Kong to the back, slices and dices him, gets pinned to the crystal, but still gets away. Marco fends off the base SOD, completely goes wide. Divergent just come through though. Marco gets brought in. Super Prince somehow still gets away with the flicker.
Turns it around with the feather airstrike. Super Prince burning down. Lethal ignition. And now Kelra is wiping them out. Look at those dashes from the God in the Gold lane.
Bring him the mop and bucket, and Kelra will mop the floor with Falcons. Defang them in the process. 9k gold advantage and an inhibitor lead down bot. I don't think they can end this just yet. Falcons are coming back, but they sure as heck can just stand here forever.
King Kong's gonna go and siege that turret slowly but surely. Another feather airstrike. Ogwen taken out again. Oh man, this is brutal from ONIC Philippines.
Surgical precision, just driving in chaos. Marco, he has the help of the Divergent. Kelra caught out. He's gonna try and 1v4 this, but this time it will not work. A punish by Super Marco.
No Zaman Force that time, Kelra. That is the window in which you can punish the Harith. 20 seconds on Kelra, but now it's gonna be King Kong jumping in over the FlapTeasy. Oh my lord! That was the frontliner. That man has a Dreadnought armor and a Dominance Ice.
You just watch your Bastion get sliced and diced. Julianne by a lady with steel cables around her. That's not good news if you're Falcons.
Gee.
Can you imagine the despair, right? They just found hope. Hey, we killed Kelra, and then Flap just died. Like that solo kill by King Kong.
You kill 1K, there's another K. And then there's Kirk as well, right? Oh, man. And then there's a B.
And then there's the B. Then there's the SF.
It's an SF. Now they're just going to control this. I don't think Falcons have a way to actually contest. If they contest, concentrated energy too from... You know Kelra is comfortable when he doesn't have to go Divine Glaive. That is a concentrated energy in the place of a Divine Glaive.
It's a good time to also mention that the only person that has decent wave clear is Super Marco. Everyone else generally don't have the tools to walk up and deal with waves. That's why that bottom inhibitor still ended up going down despite the Lord being taken care of, way earlier. And now the second Lord will go over to ONIC PH, and this one, worst case scenario, probably taking down all inhibitors. Best case scenario, it ends the game.
Whoa. They're not gonna let, wow, even just the trade of the turret. King Kong walking up, dealing so much damage, baiting out the no Spear of Misery already. King Kong might be able to go for the kill feather airstrike and the flicker forward, landing it onto Mr. Marco. Ejector from Brusco. Ogwen taken down, and Kelra gets that kill.
Had to sacrifice himself, a noble sacrifice to keep the rest of his teammates alive, his comrades. 4 against 5, Lord coming from bottom lane. Ogwen has 20 more seconds. There's plenty of time for ONIC PH to try and end this.
Tier 3 taken down mid. Base turret up top, falling as well. And that's without the Lord. Unstoppable force. No ejector just yet. Goes in for the flicker. Black ejector from Brusco. Gets FalCons and AOG over to Super Marco to bait him. King Kong goes down, but so does the base turret of Team Falcons.
Brusco with the redirect. We've seen the tricks like that. And Unstoppable Force into a flicker ejector plenty of times, but that one was something else. OP, they've woken up. You give them comfort picks, they show you what they can do with it.
That brings the score 2-1 in favor of ONIC PH as they show the Falcons how fast they truly are. What a gold lead. So many resources just unavailable for the side of Team Falcons. This was a pretty one-sided victory for OP.
And again, going back to the draft, that's why the Cho pick was a bit questionable for me, because in the drafting phase, it's kind of like a business negotiation where you want to offer your opponent one thing and then you get back something in return, right? In this case, they let King Kong get the Fanny. That's a very expensive trade, but you gotta win that trade, right? And then they opt for the Cho, which, theoretically, yes, you can kick, but like Mirko said, this is King Kong, is very fast, so you want something a little bit easier, which, not saying Kufra is super easy, but compared to the Cho, it is a bit easier. So it's kind of like the trade really didn't go in their favor where they let go of the Fanny. You would assume that they have some kind of answer. apparently not.
Yeah, and I think even when it comes down to just like the raw execution, even if Falcons were to outplay like a lot of these scenarios, the profit margins aren't that high in comparison to OP. Like Brusco on that Jawhead alone, if he just goes even a little bit above and beyond, they get so much more.
It's,
It's again, like, what balance this Falcon has?
No.
Even if Ogon gets a kick, like, he didn't even kick King Kong. Anyone. He kicks anyone.
Yeah.
Where's the damage?
Where's the follow-up?
They essentially lost a tariff war at the start, right? It's not even close. Like, again, that's the question I kept echoing. Who is going to check the map? Who is going to open up bushes? Like, if Ogun walks in and you watch him get blown up in 2 seconds, you know you have a big problem. And then we saw that solo kill by King Kong into Flap. That's an even bigger problem. And Falcons, they would never have a solution. Funnily enough, in games like these, it always goes back to the basics of which draft is easier to execute. And in this game, it is very clearly OP's draft.
Well, let's also talk about some of the openers that we did see coming in the first couple of minutes of the game. Super Friends is opting to go for Rapid Boots this time round, and notice that he's not trying to get himself killed at level 1. That's already like a big plus. But as soon as he hits level 4, he's very confident in his laners, especially Kelra side, which is why we see him rotate so very often to that lane. Hey, Super Marco, you may be bulletproof, but if we put just enough damage into you, then we can call in the big guns, King Kong, to finish this off pretty easily, which we saw multiple times.
I think they solved the problems by just not using bullets against Marco. Just magic.
Just nuke the poor guy.
Oh,
hit him
man.
from the skies.
I don't know. Yeah, when I saw the fanny pick already, I was already kind of like, okay, because there's no trade there. The Joy, I thought maybe they would take the Joy, but they have to go for Harith then, right?
Yep.
They want to go for the